Hey guys, guess what I'm making today? Today I am making Vietnamese tofu soup with chives. Now let's get started. This is my version of Vietnamese tofu soup with chives and shrimp. This is usually made with minced pork or beef, but I like it better with shrimp. And it's really, really simple and delicious. You guys should try this out. For me, it's pretty healthy. I have here one big bunch of chives. It's already been washed and cleaned. Now I'm gonna cut it into like 2-inch pieces long. This top right here, you can just trim just a little bit off. Like this, like 2-inch. This is a really simple and delicious soup dish. This is my all-time favorite Vietnamese soup. Okay, put this aside. A lot of people make this tofu soup with some kind of minced pork or beef, but I like it with shrimp. You're gonna need one medium or large shallot cut up in small slices like this. And then also I have some peeled shrimp right here. I'm gonna do a little bit at a time so it's easier. I like to use this to beat it. Or you can just put it in the food processor, but I like it like this. It's like you still have big chunks of shrimp. You're gonna keep beating this, and you add the shallot in with it. Oh, it smells so good already. Okay, I think I've beaten it pretty well. And now I'm gonna season with some mushroom seasoning. This is all I have left. A little bit more than 1 teaspoon of mushroom seasoning. Okay, some black pepper, lots of it. Some sugar, like half a teaspoon of sugar. And then some fish sauce here, just eyeball it, squirt some in, about 1 teaspoon. Okay, now we're gonna put more shrimp in and beat it some more. Put the rest in and beat it. Okay, I'm done beating this thing down. And you want it to be like big pieces like this. I think it's much easier for you guys to do it in the food processor, but you know, I just like to just mash it down myself. I don't know, it's just more fun for me. Yeah, but this is how you want it, big chunks. I have this tofu here. I like to use this silken tofu. I like this brand a lot. So what you want to do is you want to wash this whole box of tofu before cutting into it. Okay, I just washed this whole container of tofu. Now we're gonna cut into it and drain all the water, all the liquid inside the tofu. I just drained out all the excess water from this tofu container. Now this is what we're gonna do. Use a sharp knife, small one, and just cut into like cubes like this. You don't have to do this on a cutting board, you can just do it straight from here. I find this the easiest way to work with these silken tofu, because if you get it out and you start cutting into it, it's gonna break because it's so soft. So I just go like this. You can cut it small pieces, big pieces, just however you like. I think I'm gonna just do it like this. That's it. Turning on the stove. Put just a tiny bit of extra virgin olive oil, just a little bit, not too much. Let this heat up for about a minute. Okay, now I'm gonna drop the shrimp in. Spread it out. Let this cook. Mix it up like this. Okay, we're gonna leave this alone for another like minute. Now I'm gonna mix it up. Ooh, smells so good. Let this cook for another like a minute or two. Okay, so this is looking good here. It doesn't have to cook like all the way through because it's going to continue to cook after I add in some water. I have here some water. I'm just going to fill it up just a little bit. I have here like 1.5 liters of water. Yeah, you don't want too much water. Okay, now we're going to bring this up to a soft boil. I have heat on high. Now we're going to bring this to a boil and then we'll season this. Now it's time to put the whole container of tofu in. Now this is why I wash the whole container of this tofu, so it'll be clean when I can dip this whole thing inside of the pot and it's clean. You see, that's my trick. Drop everything in. Oops, haha, it splattered a little bit. It's okay. There you go. That's why, and that is why I wash the whole container. Okay, now I'm gonna let this cook for about 2-3 minutes, and also I'm gonna turn the heat back on high. Okay, now we're gonna add in the chives. Press it down gently. Be sure not to break the tofu because it's really soft. It's the silken tofu. That's my favorite type of tofu. It's so soft and so good. So good. Okay, we're going to let this cook. Just lightly, gently press it down. And then we're going to cook this for like 2 to 3 minutes. And then we're going to turn off the heat and tofu soup is complete. Okay, soup is done. Now it's time for me to taste. Still very hot. Look at this. Really hot. Some tofu. The best part of the soup is the tofu. It's got to be the silken tofu though. Okay. Let me get a piece of shrimp. Okay. First, I'm going to taste the soup. Here, it's hot. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Wow. Tofu. So soft. I feel so good eating this. Some shrimp. I like big chunks. Some chives. So sweet. It tastes like green onions, but better. The best part's got to be this tofu right here. You know what? I think this is pretty healthy, and it's really, really light. You can get this done in under like 20 minutes. If you're going to use the food processor, you can probably get this done in like 10 to 15 minutes. I hope you give this a try, and I'll see you next time and follow for more.